All right, perfect. So, like I was pretty much saying, I would get on training calls like this and I would hear certain information. And in the moment, it really wouldn't be relevant. In the moment, I really wouldn't understand like when that information was going to be valuable. But because I hopped on calls like this and because I took notes and I wrote the information down to the point to where it registered, later on in my journey, when I started to experience certain things that I didn't know how to work out of, and maybe somebody wasn't right there to coach me through it, I have my notes to where I was always able to go back and identify like where I was. It's kind of like I don't want to be blasphemous when I say this, but it's kind of like the Bible. When you might read the entire Bible and you might, hear certain things, or you might go to church and you hear certain information and you feel like it ain't for you. You feel like somebody they're talking to somebody else in the room. But the wise and the smart person that listens and takes in all information, when a point comes into life, because challenges and problems will always surface in this industry, in life, as a parent, as a teacher, whatever the case may be, challenges will always surface. And you have to be prepared enough to know exactly how to adjust or how to actually fix and change those situations. And so I want to talk about sorting the population from a few different perspectives. Maybe some from the perspective that some of you guys are in, whether you're a new person that came in here and you're looking to launch your business, you're looking to take your business to the next level, or whether you're somebody that hasn't even started working on the business, or if you're a person that already has a business to where you feel like you got a lot of people that you're managing and working with right now. Okay. And so the first point that I want to make sure that you guys know is that not everyone will show up, right? For example, just like this training call. If I go to the community and I call each person individually and say, do you have a goal of making millions of dollars? If this company was able to pay you $1.1 million, would you want it? Everybody is going to say yes. But does that mean that everyone will show up to the trainings? Does that mean that everyone will show up to the events? Does that mean that everyone will show up to the opportunity calls? No, not everyone will show up, right? And not everyone who shows up will join, right? Not everyone who shows up will take action. So there's also another big thing that you got to think about. When you're showing your business to a lot of different people, right? A lot of people may show up and learn about it. They might show up to the call and listen into it, but that does not mean that everyone will join. Not everyone who joins will work. Okay. There are people who be like, oh, they make it such a problem to spend the money to start. And then they start and act like they was rich. They start and act like they don't have no money problems. Like they don't need to apply nothing. They don't need to learn nothing. They don't need to do nothing. They do it on their own time, right? Not everyone who works will stay consistent. But at the end of the day, your aces will reveal themselves through action. Okay. The ace is the highest, the strongest card in the deck. And in this business and in life, you're just looking for that ace. You're just looking for the person that is able to do the things that they need to do for not only you, but for themselves. Right? You're looking for that person that's willing to move without being told to move. And so in this training, I want to talk to you guys about how to really sort through the population, how to actually go through the motion of dealing with certain people who don't show up and do the work, dealing with some people who do the work when they feel like it, they're not consistent, and last long enough in this business to where you could find the ace. Last long enough in this business to where you then start to attract people who may possibly even be better than you, right? And so I want you guys to have a mindset shift, right? We don't chase the population, right? We don't chase people. We sort through the population. And so there's a very famous quote that I learned from Jim Rohn when I first joined this industry. And what he actually said was is that amateurs convince and professionals sort. So in this business, you got to make a decision and always ask yourself, what type of person am I going to be? When it comes down to content creation, do I just want to post and do I just want to look like an amateur on social media? Or am I going to create content like a professional? Am I going to talk like a professional? Am I going to show up like a professional? Right now, I just got a white tee on. This a training call. Y'all already in the business. But I remember when I used to do opportunity calls. And I used to have hoodies on. I used to have a rolled up ski mask on when I was 19 years old. I didn't know any better. But then it got to a point where I started seeing how the professionals would show up. And I would say, dang, like, I need to start showing up like a professional. And then when it came down to the business, I used to beg, I used to convince, I used to offer money up and all of this stuff to try to get people to join my business. I didn't really beg much, y'all, but I used to overly try to make sure that they got it and they made that it made sense. And now it's like, this what it is, this what it ain't. You either in or you out. If this don't make sense to you, you just ain't the right one for me, and that is perfectly fine. Right? I'm okay to move past. I'm okay to move on, right? And so the second thing I want to talk about is the I want you guys to have I want us to be in alignment with the expectations, right? And what this is all about is helping you guys remove emotional friction towards doing this business. Okay? So I want to normalize for you guys what leaders actually experience, right? This is literally what leaders experience. So out of 100 people, 60 people probably won't respond. 20 people will probably watch and they'll stay silent. 10 people will join and probably move slow. 7 people will try it out temporarily. Out of those 7 people who try it out temporarily, 2 to 3 of them will probably become serious. And only one of them will possibly become an ace. Right? When you think about this business like a deck of cards, you have 50, what is it, 52? 52 cards in a deck. And in that deck, you got twos, you got threes, you got fours, you got fives, you got sixes, you got sevens, eight, nine, tens. You got jacks and jokers, right? You got spades. You got different level of cards. And so in this business and in this industry, you're going to face a variety and different types of people. And so we got to preset our expectations so that we don't allow our emotions to kick us out of the game. I've seen so many people get emotionally involved and people who are not willing to do what it takes to chase their goals, to reach their desired outcome, reach that the life that they truly say that they want. It's so many people who are going to say that they want it. But again, it's very few people who actually go out there and get it done. And so your business will grow when you stop expecting everyone to move like an ace. Does that make sense? Am I talking to myself on this call? I haven't seen one thing dropped in the chat since we started. Just let me know real quick, because if I'm talking to myself, then I could go record this and then just post it on YouTube and y'all could just watch it. Okay. So back to the deck of cards example, right? A deck of cards again, it has kings, it has queens, it has jacks, it has tens, it has fives, it has twos, it has aces. Every card has value, right? But you build your organization to high extremes and high lengths and massive success with aces. And so the leadership mindset that you got to have when it comes down to identifying and working with different types of people, you got to appreciate every card in the deck, right? Because if you playing spades, right? I love playing spades. We was playing spades in Miami with the team when we had the event. It was me and my mom, and we was whooping butt. Me and my mom was playing spades against who was we playing against? Angel and Sterling. And we was whooping them in spades, right? Angel said, "Boy, yeah, me and my mom was whooping them in spades." And so it was times where even the five, even the 10 will win. It will win it will win the what is it called? The set, something like that. Even the 5 or the 10 could win, y'all. Yeah, we was whooping them, triple down on it. Even the 5 or the 10 could win. So you gotta appreciate every card, right? You got to respect every card, but you search intentionally for the ace. So I might have somebody that comes into my business and they might not be an ace. They might be somebody who just does enough, just shows up when they feel like it, shows up enough. And that's perfectly fine, right? I'm going to respect them. I'm going to still have love and care for their success. But if I identify that what I have is not really what I'm looking for, I'm going to continue to search. All right. So your job is to shuffle faster so that you find the aces sooner. Your job is to deal them out faster so that you can check the cards, see what you got, keep dealing, keep going until you find your aces. Okay? So speed solves everything in this business. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I could say this of 5 years of experience. Speed solves all things in this business. Some people be like, well, I just want to take my time, make sure I'm doing everything right. You know what that means? That means that as you slowly take your time to try to be perfect, something you'll never be, you're going to go through the challenges slower. You're going to experience the tough moments slower. They're going to last longer. It's like walking through the rain to get to the house. Right? I was a kid and I remember we didn't have a car for a long period of time and we had to walk everywhere. We was walking in the snow and the rain and the sleet and the hail. We was walking, taking buses. And so if you at point A and you got to get to point B, you trying to get home and it's a 15-minute walk, the slower you move, the longer you're going to endure whatever is going on. The slower you move, the more challenges and obstacles could come along the way. You move fast and you hurry up and get yourself in the house on the south side of Chicago, you could avoid getting robbed. You could avoid random, shots. You could avoid a lot of different, you could avoid that car that just so happened to be driving faster than everybody else and just so happened to hit the puddle and splash you. You could avoid some of those things if you just quickly get to where you need to be. So in this business, when you move faster, guess what? You don't have to waste time feeling finessed. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, in this industry and in this business as a leader, there are gonna be times where you feel finessed. You're gonna pour a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of love, a lot of support, just for you to realize, like, dang, this is really a four that will never be the ace. And this is not to this is not this is not to come against anybody's character. This is not to say anything bad about any specific person. But guess what? As we have our own vision and our own goals for what we want in this life, like right now, you guys, I got a goal of growing Chicago to 1,000. I want 1,000 day traders and entrepreneurs in my business in Chicago. But does that mean that the people who are in my business in Chicago wants that too? No. So yeah, James might be in Chicago and a part of the Chicago team. And yeah, I might want to see James win. So I do a lot for James and I pour a lot into James. But does that mean that James wake up every single day and think about 1,000 members in Chicago like I do? No. So he will never be that ace. He would never be that person that I would want him to be. So instead of me spending time trying to force and change James, guess what? I should keep moving. I should move faster. So let's talk about what sorting through the population actually means. Sorting through the population is not rejecting people. It's not saying, "Oh, you don't want this bad enough. You can't join my business." Sorting through the population means that you're observing behavior. Write these things down, y'all. It means that you're watching patterns. It means that you're tracking effort. It means that you're letting people's self-identity through actions. You're letting them show you who they are through their actions. Sorting sounds like I'm finna do this training just like I'm doing it right now. And let's see who run with this. I'm finna teach TikTok once again, and let's see who runs with it. Not, oh yeah, let me go call Angel, let me call Lotta, let me call Noonie, and let me drag them, let me force them, I'm gonna be on their head every day and tell them to post on TikTok today. Time exposes seriousness, you guys. I enjoy when people quit early because it's like you just saved me time. Some people they'll be in your business for 2 years and act like they in it to win it. And when the perfect time comes for us to do the work, they're nowhere to be found. So I just allow time to do its part. I allow people to show me who they are. I allow people to decide who they want to be. And while they're making their decisions, I'm just working. I'm just doing what I gotta do until the ace. Like I'm gonna let me tell you this too. The ace is gonna outshine the rest. It's inevitable. You can have a group chat full of 500 people, and that ace is gonna be known. You don't have to go find the ace. The ace finds you, right? The ace will find you. For example, my mentor Rich off the net, we had a group chat of he had a business of thousands of people. He didn't come to Chicago and say, let me find somebody to bring in and let me find somebody who going no. I outshine people. I had people that was in the community that was here a year before me, 2 years before me, and I outworked them. I outranked them. Nobody told me to do that. Nobody said, Josh, go bring in 40 people in 30 days, 50 people in 30 days. Josh had that in his heart and in his mind when he decided to start. Josh knew that he was going to do this for 4 years before he questioned it. Nobody had to tell me, Josh, do this for a long period of time. And over time, they probably said it, but I was like, I already planned on being here 4 years. You talking about being here for a year, 2 years? I'm already planning on being here for it. Nobody had to call me and wake me up and say, Josh, did you take a trade? No, I was already doing that. I already had that in my plans. I was already programmed to do what it took. So let's talk about signs that will reveal to you that somebody is an ace. Like I mentioned, aces will reveal themselves very quickly. Why? Because what do aces do? And some of you guys right now, I'm not here to say you can't change. I don't know. Right? I'm not here to say that some of y'all ain't doing what aces do. I don't know. But what I do know is that nobody's perfect. What I do know is I could work harder, I could be better, I could do more. So even as I'm explaining this information to y'all, I'm checking and I'm like, okay, where could I improve at of what an ace does? And I know this because honestly speaking, an ace is the type of person you want in your business. If you had somebody that joined your business today, what would you want them to do? How serious would you want them to take this on a day to day? How many people would you want them to bring in every week? Right? So let's talk about how to reveal how aces reveal themselves quickly. Ace one shows up early, right? I used to be on Zoom calls before the host. It says waiting on the host. I'm texting my mentor like, yo, bro, you still doing the call? I'm here. I'm ready. I didn't even know the time difference between Central and Eastern time. So I used to just make sure I was on the call an hour, 2 hours early because I really didn't want to miss it. I couldn't tell. They kept saying 9 o'clock. I'm in Chicago. I missed one call. I said I'm never missing another one. 7 o'clock, I'm in the chat like, yo, this call is in an hour, right? I was scared they was thinking I was stupid. I did not know the difference between time zones. I never traveled before. I never knew the difference. I learned the difference of time zones in this business. And it's because of the schedule. Rich and all of the leaders, the big top leaders, they were in Eastern time zones. So they would drop the times of the calls, and I would be like, y'all keep saying 9, y'all 9 must mean my 8. Every time y'all say 9, I know it's my 8. That's how I learned it. I didn't know what states, what cities that applied to. I just knew I'm in Chicago. When y'all say 9, that means 8. When y'all say 7, that means 6. Whatever y'all say, I'm just going to subtract 1. That's literally how I learned the time difference. So an ace is going to show up early. An ace is going to take notes. An ace is going to ask questions. An ace is going to take action without reminders. An ace is going to invite people immediately. An ace is going to plug into trainings consistently. An ace is going to duplicate systems fast. They gonna say, "Oh, well, you said this work. When I bring in new people back, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because why would I waste time doing something else? Why would I waste time doing it the wrong way? Why would I waste time doing it the hard way? Let me just do what they just said because that what they said, they know what they talking about. Let me just do that, right? An ace is gonna protect their belief. When I joined this industry, nobody really had to tell me. I started shaving off certain people who wasn't on what I was on. Nobody had to tell me, Josh, cut off your friends. No, I already knew that. I was trying to do that before the industry. You know what's crazy? Y'all, my brother is a producer. He make beats and stuff like that. And I used to rap just so I could help my brother get on. That's how bad I wanted to win. I rapped, I customized sneakers, I edit, I did whatever I could do. I literally started rapping just so something could shake. And it's funny because I got a rap and I was talking about upping my rank and all type of stuff. And this was before the industry. This is before I ever had a rank. This is before I knew any of that. Before the industry, I was already thinking about, dang, all my homies want to do is smoke and drink. I want this. They look like they want something else. They actions is not aligning with what I want. So I got to get around people who doing what I want to do. I got to get around people who are doing things that's going to get them to where I want to be. So an ace is gonna already protect their belief in certain ways. They're gonna stop surround. They're not gonna allow certain negativity in. All right. They're gonna move even when they're unsure because they know can't nothing happen to them but a lesson. Right. I literally did it so crazy. I was like, it's so many things I could tell y'all about. Like even that, just like the rapping stuff, like it's crazy. Like I used to really just write notes to myself late before bed, and a lot of that stuff I could go back to it right now. A lot of that stuff got checked off. A lot of that stuff got done, and it's because I obsessed over it. I obsessed over the life that I want. All right. And you guys got to do the same thing if you really want it bad enough. It got to be at the front of your mind. It can't be in the back. The team schedule, the trainers, the calls, it got to be the first thing, even before you think about your work schedule. If you're trying to get out of the job, that it just makes sense. Wherever you put your focus will grow. So if you got your focus in 30,000 different places, but you say you want this to be the opportunity that change your life, how could it ever change your life if you don't prioritize it? So the leadership mindset that I want y'all to take away from this is that aces don't need to be pushed. They move. I don't need motivation. And the only way you could push me and move me is by talking stuff and upsetting me. Let my mentor call my phone and say, "Dang, what you forgot how to bring people in? I'm gonna turn up. Watch it." That's the only thing that motivates me is proving people wrong. Ain't no, Josh, you got this. I'm gonna laugh in your face. Don't none of that move me. And I'm not saying that to say that it should move y'all or y'all got to be like it shouldn't move y'all or y'all got to be the way that I am, but I just know myself, right? And what they always told me is that you want to find another you. Rich, he tells me this all the time. And so that's what make me think I'm somewhat of an ace. I don't say this to be cocky or boastful or any of that, but he'd be like, Josh, man, if I had like five of you, I'd be set. You, Josh, you need to find like three more of you. Right. So I say little things about myself so y'all could possibly like, adopt and take on certain characteristics, certain mindsets, certain perspectives so that, you can get the results. So signs that someone is not an ace yet. Importance on yet because everybody could change. The identification that someone is not yet an ace is that they wait for motivation. They miss calls often. They need reminders. They consume a bunch of information. Josh, I need to learn more. I need to learn more. I'm gonna keep learning. I'm gonna keep learning. And they don't execute. They stay stuck in learning mode. They overthink little things instead of just moving and producing. Right? It's so many. Josh, should I? Bro, just do it. Let me know how it go. You think this is a good bro, do it. Like, do it. Right? We are business owners. At this point, you might do something that I never thought of doing, and it might be the thing that changed the whole game. I don't know. But if you're gonna freestyle and do something I ain't doing, just make sure you at least doing what I'm doing too. If you're gonna add some extra seasoning on it, make sure you keep the base recipe. All right. That's what I always did. I would do things a little bit different, but I would still make sure I focused on the three P's and the things that matter most, right? Somebody that's not yet an ace needs constant reassurance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm the type of person, man. I say it one. I'm like my grandfather. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like my grandfather. I don't really like repeating myself. If I tell you you did a good job, you did a good job. Go keep doing it. Go get better. I had this one leader, y'all, and she just needed reassurance all the time, and that's okay. But I just wasn't the leader to overly be reassuring. It was just like, look, like you doing it, keep going. Like you don't need me to you don't need to check back. It's like a kid, sometimes. Now a kid do something, they look back, make sure, and you like, yeah, keep going. And they like, you see me, yeah, I see you, keep going, right? An ace ain't worried about being seen. They not worried about, they don't need the reassurance because they just doing the work. They so caught up in the work. They so caught up in progress, right? So not everyone starts off as an ace. And just because people don't start off as an ace, don't mean you need to build them into one. It's a personal decision to become an ace. So yeah, they could change, but I'm not telling you to change them. I'm telling you go find the ones that are already the ace and let the non-aces grow, develop, change themselves, wake up, smell the coffee and get to work. Right? Because it ain't nothing impossible. Everybody could become an ace. Right? So let's talk a little bit about how aces actually build organizations faster, right? Or aces build organizations faster because they launch fast. They invite people immediately. Like I got people that I've talked to. I remember y'all, it was a rank in my previous business, and it was like $600 a month. We had people hitting that income level in 72 hours. Why? Not because they knew more than the people who was in the business. They was new. They just invited immediately. They said, "Dang, I'm so glad for this opportunity. Thank you for putting me on." Matter of fact, because you put me on, can you talk to this person? Can you talk to this person? Can you talk to that person? I know you put me on, but thank you. But like, can I get a little bit more of your time so you could? Yes, yes, yes. There are people like that, right? Shout out to my brother Jay Green. Y'all don't know Jay Green, but Jay Green came into our business and was an ace. I came into the business, I was an ace. I went, brought in 40, 50 people in a month. It reactivated somebody who wasn't an ace, right? My brother DJ. DJ wasn't an ace. DJ was in the business, quit the business. He was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. At most moments, both feet out. But that don't mean that that person can't lead you to an ace. DJ went and signed up Jay Green. They went to two different high schools. Jay Green went to high school with me. He should have been in my business, is how I felt. But I didn't get to Jay Green first. So DJ brought in Jay Green, and Jay Green went and enrolled 10 people in 3 days, 12 people in 3 days. Jay Green was like, "Yo, I got my brother Fab. I want you to talk to Fabian." And he like, "Oh, I want you to talk to this, bro. I want you to talk." I literally watched it. I'm like, bro, dang, like he just picking through the little network that we had at school. Like he just getting them. And all he did was invited people to the opportunity fast. He didn't beg nobody. He didn't pay for people. He didn't convince them to join. He just told more people. Aces, they stack exposures. Me, I say, look, yesterday I just put 10 people on an opportunity call yesterday. Nobody joined. But guess what? They know about my business now. I don't care. Why do I care? You now know what I do. And whenever life get tough, whenever you wake up and know, and you just decide, dang, trading just been on my timeline ever since I got on that call with Josh. Let me just hit up Josh. You got my number now. You know what I do now, and you know the price. Perfect. Go sit over there and let me know when you're ready to get in the game. That's it. Perfect. If I get 3 more days just like that, That's 40 people right now just sitting in a bubble of knowing Josh, knowing what Josh do, knowing that it's valuable. And whenever they ready to get out their own way and get in the game, my business is gonna grow. No matter what anybody else start to show them, oh yeah, bro, you should trade with me. I got this group chat. Dang, you got that group chat. But I remember I was on that call with Josh and they had a group chat. They had this, they had that, and it was for 250. You talk about 150, just $100 more. Let me go rock with Josh. I don't know what they're gonna experience after being exposed to my business. I don't know what's gonna bring them back, but I'm very confident that what we have is so great, everybody's gonna come sooner or later, right? Aces, they follow they build their business faster because they follow systems. They don't say, "Oh, let me just do a lot of work." They work smarter. Me, when I first joined, the reason why I was able to bring in 40, 50 people is because all I did was invite. I was a professional inviter to the point to where I was excited to sign up for every invitation call. We had trainers that talked about how to invite. You knew Josh was going to do that call because I was the perfect inviter in my head. I would teach the four-step invite so good. People would be on the call laughing. People would be calling me and text, Josh, I just tried it and it worked. I was the perfect inviter. I didn't know everything about the business. I just brought the people to the people who knew the information. I didn't do all of the presentations. I didn't do a presentation until after I was making 600, 1,000 a month. I was definitely making I think I was right before 1,000 a month when I probably did my first presentation. I was definitely at $600 a month. I got to 1,000 a month in 26 days. So it wasn't that long before I started doing presentations too. But in the beginning, Josh was not talking on them calls. I said, yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. This is a great opportunity that y'all about to hear about. What comment your city, comment your state. And then the next person that I want to bring up, he my friend from high school, but he now my mentor. We play basketball together. He's super hard working, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, he the reason why my life finna change. Jamonte, are you there? All right, bet. Boom. Gave the call to Jamonte. That was the most I would do. Yo, what's good, bro? Look, I don't got a lot of time to talk right now. But real quick, what are you doing today at 7? Oh, perfect. I'm glad you here. I'm glad to hear that you free at 7. Look, I'm busy, bro. Like I said, I'm about to take my mama to this doctor's appointment. But I called you because I know you really want to get a lot of money. Am I right or am I wrong? You right. All right, bet. So look, we got this private Zoom call that I want to invite you to. And since you said you free, you got Zoom? Yeah, I got Zoom. All right, bet. I'm gonna send you the link for the Zoom meeting. And then after the meeting, I'm gonna give you a call back and I'm gonna let you talk to somebody super successful in what you just heard. All right? Boom, bye. I'm off the phone. I will call more people than anybody else just like that. Some of y'all might look at that and say, oh, that sound like a script. Oh, this, oh, that. It don't matter. I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care who didn't join. I didn't care who did join. I didn't care. In the beginning, I did care a little bit. But they told me, invite people to this call and we'll do the work for you. And I said, you know what? What? My boss ain't never told me they was gonna do the work for me. What? This already different. My mama told me to go out there and cut the grass. She didn't tell me to just bring her the lawnmower and she was gonna cut the grass. No. I had to go out there and do all the work by myself. They telling me they gonna do the work to help me make money. I'm leveraging it. I'm taking that. That is the system. I didn't try to recreate it. I didn't try to talk to people about the business. I did do that, but it was just because I was so hungry and it was times where nobody will be presenting and I didn't know how to present. So guess what? I'm finna get on this phone with you. I'm finna talk about all the things you want in life that you don't got right now. And I'm finna ask you, do you got $235 so we could work towards getting the things that you want? And people were signing up. I was an ace. I don't know. I don't think it's rocket science. I think it's just desire. Right? Aces build faster because they protect their momentum. We stayed around the people who was grounded in our business. I didn't know the names of the people who didn't do nothing. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It will be me, Jamonte, DJ, Jay Green. A lot of could tell you, a lot of used to see us over the Zoom call. We would get on trainers like this together. Right? Or am I lying, Lotta? Am I lying? We will all be in the same room and get on training calls like this together. I wouldn't be out kicking it with nobody. I wouldn't be by myself. We was always together. We would stay next to the people who was grinding, who was helping us, and we would just literally leverage each other. And that's why we grew so fast. When I came into the community, we only had 75 people in the group chat that I joined. After I got done, after my first month, the group chat hit like 150 people. In the next few months, we had a team of 400 people. And it's because I came in, I sparked the fire. We worked, we grinded, we stayed together, and we protected our emotions and our feelings from any outside negative energy. It literally got to the point to where if we knew you and you wasn't with us, you was the lame, you was the weirdo. It was like it was like a gang for real. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I can't say it no different. It was really like a gang for real. Right? And it wasn't even about cutting off best friends. We just had new get money friends to the point to where our old friends, we looked at you like, bro, what value do you bring at this point? All are you telling me all we can do is roll up and smoke? These guys trying to help me retire my mom. Which one you think I'm gonna kick it with? Think I'm gonna kick it with the one that's gonna help me retire my mom, or kick it with the person that's wasting my time trying to smoke and yap? Kicking it with them, right? Aces move fast because they don't wait for confidence. I wasn't confident. I was terrified. I was fearful. I wasn't a public speaker. I wasn't as confident as what I am now. But the reason why I got so much confidence is because I did the work and it's proven. You could check my call log, check my text messages right now. And you know Josh is working. You know Josh is doing everything that I say I do. You go through my Instagram. I literally pulled up my Snapchat. How many people you think gonna do that? Not what type of crazy stuff people got in their Snapchat memories. I pulled up my Snapchat memories and showed that I was locked in for a year straight. No, nothing. In the beginning, you might have seen one or two girls that I was probably dating. After that, you ain't see no. I was locked in. It was the guys every day. The guys, trading profits, training calls, events. That was all it was. Confidence comes from action, not preparation. You cannot prepare yourself and be confident in the work. You got to take action. And then once you do the work, you be like, dang, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that hard. I could do that again. And that's what makes you confident. So, why sorting the population protects your energy? Without sorting, you chase everyone, you babysit everyone, you're emotionally invested in everybody. Yo, bro, it will help you. You need help? What can I do to make this easier for you? Oh, you don't want to watch the videos? Oh, all right. So let's set up a Zoom call and then I'm gonna talk to you. Bro, I don't do that no more. I'm not gonna lie. That used to be me. That used to be me. I used to be over there overly trying to spoon feed people older than me. I was 19 years old, talking to 24-year-olds like they was my son, like they was my daughter. And that was the like if you ask Rich off the net, if you ask Rich off the net, Josh, what slowed Josh up from reaching newer heights? He'll tell you. I challenge y'all. I challenge y'all to ask him. Go DM him on Instagram or something and ask him. Be like, yo, Rich, be honest with me. When Josh was in the previous company, what stopped Josh from making more money? And he gonna tell you. Josh fell in love. He's gonna say it just like this. Josh fell in love with his team. Josh fell in love with his team and he got out of the mode of getting new people. That was literally me. I wanted everybody to make it to the top. And it was draining me. I was helping people pay their mama bills, all type of stuff, just to keep them in the community, just to keep them happy, just to keep them satisfied. And it burned me over and over and over and over and over again. Now, bro, go watch that video and set up that broker account. Well, what part? What part? If you blow, if I like, I'm gonna really make sure I'm overly available to re-explain myself after that. Yo, Josh, I'm having trouble with the broker. Did you watch the video? Yeah. Did you follow all of the steps? Yeah. All right, bet. We'll set up a meeting in like 2 hours. I get on the meeting, 10 minutes, your email, bro. You gotta have the same email, bro. Like, It showed you right there in the video. It showed. That's why I created that system, y'all. Right? So with sorting, right? When you start sorting the population, you invest deeper into the producers. That's what I did wrong. All right. That's what I did wrong. It was times where I would get so cool with this person, that person. I would want to help. I would want to spread myself so thin between 100 people and give everybody 10% of Josh, 1% if it's 100 people. Giving everybody, no, I was giving 110%. So maybe what is that? 1.1? I was giving a 1.1% of me to every single person. And I had real producers. If I would have just literally took my time back from everybody and started dividing it up into the right people, I would have made a lot more money a lot sooner. Right? When you sort through the population, you empower movers. You multiply leaders. So I want y'all to say this and I want y'all to write it. I want y'all to think about it. Leaders pour into movement, not excuses. I can't tell y'all how many random text messages I get. People quitting the business, people giving up, whatever the case may be. Man, Josh, my kids, it's just like, it's always something. Okay, well, I hope, when the time is right, you find your way back and you lock in. Why do I not really have a big response to that? Because I got mothers in my business that's in school and working and taking care of two, three kids. That's an excuse. It's a good one. It's a good one, but it's still an excuse, right? It's still an excuse. And so there's three types of people in your organization or that will be in your organization. Everyone fits into one of these categories. You got consumers, you got contributors, and you got builders. Consumers, they watch everything. They just paying their membership and watching and looking. You got contributors. Contributors are people who help out sometimes. They show up to the events here and there. Oh, you need me to move that chair? I move the chair for you. Oh, you need help? Oh, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Oh, drop a one? I could do that. They'll drop some ones in the chat. They might tell a few people, get you on a call or two. They help out sometimes. We love contributors. But the people that's going to change your business is builders. Builders are the people who go out there and they create momentum. And your income will grow when you find more builders. Okay. So I'm gonna probably give y'all like I could go. I could really go. I could really go. Let me scroll through my notes really quickly. So the real goal is to find the aces. The real goal isn't finding the aces, it's becoming one. All right. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you demonstrate. I want y'all to write that down. I don't attract what I want. I attract what I demonstrate. This is why I started going to the gym and things like that. I'm like I literally, it was a moment where I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been so locked in for 4 or 5 years. I have not poured any energy into like relationships or any of those things. And a couple years ago, I was like, dang, like, yeah, I'm grinding right now, but how do I stay focused and do what I'm doing right now and make sure that I'm still putting myself in position to be prepared to have a wife, be married, whatever the case may be. All right. And I thought about it. And I'm like, okay, boom. What type of wife and what type of lifestyle would I want? I'm like, okay, I would want somebody who fit, who healthy, who working on being their best self. And literally at that moment, I fell in love with bettering myself so that I could eventually attract what I demonstrate. I started going to the gym. I also started going to the gym because I wanted to attract people into my business who were focused on progressing themselves. Right? You go to the gym, everybody wants to see progress and improvement. right? Those people got some type of healthy lifestyle if they go to the gym. It's just a thing. You're gonna meet business owners, sales people, all type of stuff in the gym. So that's why I started working out. Right? It wasn't because I felt like I was out of shape. I always played sports. It wasn't even. It was none of that. That was it. So success is something that you attract. This is a Jim Rohn quote. Success is something that you attract by the person that you become. So you got to understand that there's the success right here, and you're just here, and you just got to keep growing, keep practicing, keep doing the work so that you can grow into the person that could just grab the success. It's there, it's waiting. Okay. Now, let me see. Okay. So I'm gonna go over two more points. What y'all talking about? I'm confused. I see sir and then I see okay in the chat. Okay, so let's talk about the speed principle. Speed reveals leaders faster. Slow movement will hide aces. Fast movement will expose them, right? Speed reveals leaders faster. Slow movement hides aces. Fast movement exposes them. So if you talk to 10 people, you may find zero aces. If you talk to 100 people, you find one. If you talk to 1,000 people, you'll find several. Numbers create clarity, you guys. Sometimes you might only talk to 10 people and you start talking to the best of the 10 and you think that's the ace. I got people that come to me, yo. It'd be so cute and funny sometimes. They be like, Josh, I just got this person on a call and they already got the mindset, bro. Bro, they said, Josh, you won't believe what they said. What they I be like, what they say? They said it take money to make money, and they ain't never been scared to invest money. They willing to pay. They willing to pay, Josh. They just waiting on the paycheck. They get paid Friday. Like, bro, I know, I feel it, bro. That's gonna be the one. I be like, I bet. Then Friday come around and then they don't join. Friday come around, then they don't join. Then they get super hurt. And I be like, man, bruh, it's okay. It come with it. Or then they be like, yo, Josh, I got this girl to join. Bro, she got the followers, bro. Bro, this was literally me. I used to go to Rich every day, bro. I just got this girl. I just got this guy. I used to be that guy. I used to be that. It's ain't nothing wrong with being happy or being excited, but it's the expectation and it's also forcing what ain't there. Sometimes you want what you want so bad, you just like y'all ever like y'all know them little games where it's like the cutout. It was like a gaming show, and they had like a cutout of something, and then you gotta like fit yourself into it. What some of y'all be doing, the shape is this, and the person like this, and you over there grabbing their arm like, yeah, you finna fit what I need you to be. Right? You trying to find every little oh, you a Pisces too? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you fit we finna my mentor Pisces, he hit Blue Diamond. You a Pisces, you finna hit Blue Diamond. You start finding every little thing to make them fit into this mold, and it's like, nah, bro. Let them do the work, please. Can we just let them join? Let them and watch what they do. Yo, you a Pisces too? Literally, I told her, yeah, Terica, I had to tell Terica, calm down. Jocks too, right? Jocks be excited. I be like, Jocks, calm down, bro. Calm down. Then a month go by to that person they name in the back office, say Sarah Campbell, zero PV membership, no. And they'd be like, dang. But that's the reality of it, y'all. So don't get comfortable with a few people. Let the people come in, let the people do what they need to do, and you just keep moving. You keep working. I'm not saying ignore them. I'm not saying don't respect them, don't care about them. But you as a business owner, you need what you need. They here getting what they want, right? I had somebody leave my business and started saying all type of stuff, and then started texting me and was like, "I don't hate you. I really admire you." I don't know why I said those things. I was just mad. But this person said, "Josh only cares about the numbers." I mean, I mean, like I do this full time, and this is what pays my bills and put food on the table for me and my family. So, like, I mean, I kind of gotta care about the numbers. Do that mean I don't care about the people, or I'm just prioritizing what I need? Because when y'all wake up, y'all don't check the schedule, y'all don't check your numbers, you don't check the back office, you go to work. You prioritize your numbers, your hours at work. So if I don't prioritize business numbers and what we need here, like I don't know. So stop managing the population. Start identifying producers. Shift from who needs help to who's helping themselves. Shift from who needs help to, dang, okay, who do I see that's helping themselves? And if I step in a little bit, I could just help them a little bit more. Don't go running to save the person that's looking at they ball in the middle of the street. Ain't no cars coming, and they still just looking at they ball in the middle of the street. Go help the person that's like inching forward. Like, is it safe? Like, can I go get my ball? Like somebody that's at least attempting to move. This creates leadership duplication, you guys. Right? You know what, bro? I don't think I got to the point trying to save people that's not even. Yeah, I did. I've been there too. I've been there too. When all of the leaders quit back in 2021, I created a bigger group chat and I just took everybody, people. I took in all of these orphans, and I'm not upset about it. I mean, I'm not mad about it. That's how I built relationships with Carnisha to where she's now in my business. She wasn't in my business before. Carl wasn't in my business before, right? So I'm not mad that I did that, but respectfully, in the moment, if I was focused on the things that mattered, I would have been making more money. I was doing that and still was not making more money, right? So, how to attract aces into your business, right? You become one first. Aces attract structure, right? Are you structured right now, you guys? Do you have a structured plan of, oh, this is what I'm finna do today? This is what I'm finna do? Are you structured? Is your energy on point? When somebody new join the group, are you excited, right? Are you creating momentum? Consistency. Are you consistent? Clarity. Do you have clarity on how the business works, how the platform works, not how trading works? You don't need to know that. That's the educator's job. You need to know how to show them how to get to the educator, how to get to the source, how to get to the tools, get to the resources. All right? Leadership presence. All right? You can't attract disciplined people if your schedule isn't disciplined. You can't attract runners if you're walking. You can't attract builders if you're a hesitant customer wondering, should I do the business? Let me just tell a few people. But I don't know. I'm not gonna go all in on the business. I'm gonna just keep focusing on trading. I'm not telling you don't focus on trading either. But I was able to do both. I was able to do both. All right. So let me find my closing point. I want to talk on this real quick. How to become someone's ace, because that was my goal, right? You first got to be a student before you can be a teacher. You first got to be the mentee before you can be the mentor, and your goal is to be the best mentee to your mentor, for your mentor, right? So, how to become someone's ace? You want to be early. I'm gonna repeat this one more time, y'all. You might want to be an ace in my business. You might not want to. It don't, it's up to you. I'm not here to convince you to be my ace. I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna get mine. But if you want to be my ace, if you want to be an ace, you want to be early, be consistent, invite daily, take ownership of your business. It's nobody has to do nothing for you. A training call, an opportunity. Nobody, y'all listening? Drop one in the chat if you're listening. Are you listening? Nobody has to do anything for you. There was no agreement that so and so has to do this. Nobody has to do a thing for you. And when you understand that, you're grateful for the things that gets done when they don't have to be done. Like this call. Like this call. Nobody has to do anything for you. Take ownership for everything that you need to get done. I'm not saying always do it by yourself. Don't look for support. Don't look for help, but take ownership. It got to a point in time where leaders quit the team. Not my business. They wasn't under me, but they quit the team and nobody was doing calls. I just seen a bunch of struggling people who didn't know how to do nothing in the chat every day. Is there going to be a call today? Is there going to be a call today? I say, you know what? I mean, I got to build my business regardless. Here, everybody, here's the link. Hop on this call. And I did that for months until I built a whole new business to where majority of the people on the call was on my team. Take ownership. When you log in, that is your account in Akashics. And that account could hit founder, platinum, sapphire, ruby, diamond, blue diamond, black diamond. It could hit the top of the comp plan without anybody above you. You just need the people under you. And guess how people are going to come under you? Is if you take ownership of your business. That's like going outside and saying, I'm opening up a McDonald's. And you don't take the ownership to go hire your workers. You think people just gonna say, can I work for you? Can I work for you? Can I work for you? No. You got to go find and interview and invite and recruit workers. This is business. Communicate with leadership. Right? I would never, ever, ever, ever go to Rich in the beginning. Now, we got a different relationship, but I even had to check myself on it recently, like a few months ago. But I would never, ever go to Rich and just be sitting there complaining. Man, Rich, don't nobody want to join my business. That's not leadership communication. Man, bro, don't nobody want to join. Ain't nobody joining. Man, bro, my team, they not doing nothing. That's not leadership communication. The right way to say it is, dang, Rich, business is kind of slowing up. I mean, I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting on TikTok. Like, what do you think I could do more of? Like, have you ever got stuck before and didn't know like where the next sale was gonna come from? Like, what did you do to get that next sale after having a drought of sales before? That's leadership communication. That's progression communication. That's not a person that's looking to be saved. That's not a person who just complaining. I don't have the tolerance for it no more. Some of y'all may see it. It ain't even what you say, but it's how you say it. It ain't that you need help. I want to help, but it's how you asking for help. How, like, did you try? Are you thinking about it? Did you even think about did you utilize any other resource? Or are you just looking for Superman to come in? Right? You become someone's ace by duplicating the systems that's working for them, using the TikTok sauce, using trainings like this to then go apply it and executing without reminders. right? So I want y'all to understand somebody is praying for a leader like you right now. Somebody is praying for a mentor like you, Kiara, Angel, Maya, Terica, Andre, Lotta, Nooney. Somebody is praying for a mentor like you. And you need to become that person. You have to. Because there's some things that you've been through, some things that you're going through right now that's going to be able to help a specific type of person or a specific group of people. But they will never come and you will never get there until you become that person. So every large organization is built the same way, y'all. It's one ace at a time. If you look at Maddie's organization, it's very simple, it's very clear, right? You look at Maddie's organization, who do you see? Ali was once in Maddie's organization before becoming VP. When you see the people who are on the company calls, that is Maddie's aces. You see Rich off the net. You see China. You see Josh and Jay. You see, again, Ali. You see Karab. You see Arabella. And when you look at Rich's organization, who do you see? You see Dr. China. You see Logic Mix. You see me. You see Shaq, Tez. You see these people. Andre, Brandon, right? You see these people. You look at my organization, who do you see? You see the same people. You see a Dre, you see a Toby, you see a Noonie, you see a Carnisha, right? And each one of those people still probably have a lot of room for improvement. Even myself got a lot of room up for improvement to be a better ace, right? So every organization is built the same way. It's one ace at a time. The faster you sort through the population, the faster you grow. You don't build a big business today by convincing everyone. You build a big business by understanding what you want, what you need, what an ace even is, and finding the right ones. It's like gold mining. It's like searching for diamonds. You dig the hole, you start digging through the dirt. You're going to find some rocks, some random stones that ain't what you want. But to find that diamond, you know what the diamond look like. You know what the diamond, what it has shine. You know the diamond. You know the consistency of it. You know the color of it. So when you see things that ain't a diamond, you just throw it to the side and you keep digging. When you got a deck of cards and you looking for the ace, you just keep dealing. You keep shuffling until you find it, you guys. And so this is the sorting the population training. I hope you guys gain value. I ain't gonna lie, this was that one. This was really that one. This one was it. And I hope y'all locked in on it. And for whoever missed it, it's recorded. And they could go watch it. But I hope y'all apply it, man. Like I said, aces, they get off of the call and they go execute. They go put in the work. So let's go put the work in, you guys. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are out.